Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Sagittarius March 2023 weekly Tarot Bite reading. This is I Am Illuminated Tarot, a place for you to better connect with and illuminate your own personal spiritual importance. So hi, everyone, and welcome. This reading is meant to be a mini reading, a quick look at the week ahead. We will be first pulling a card here to take a look at the theme and the energy for the week. Then we're going to be pulling 3 additional cards where we're going to be looking at the doorway that wants to open for you, that Spirit's hoping you'll be courageous to walk through, that's going to really keep you in flow with your spiritual growth, getting closer to those places of self-illumination that really allow us to be able to see our path and our purpose. And ultimately, what I like to call our spiritual importance, which is how we can better contribute to the greater collective experience. So let's jump right in here, Sagittarius. Now, as I was getting into your energy, I saw a horse, like a wild horse running freely along what seemed to be kind of like a grassy hill. And suddenly that horse came abruptly to the stop as it came to the edge of a cliff. And there was this moment of being able to look out over the vista and see just how much more of an expansive perspective of just life in general was out there for this horse. But the horse ended up kind of standing there, not really understanding how to get down from the top of that hill down into where it could continue to run freely into the expanse. So I feel like some of you may be sitting at this precipice this week or feeling like that, where there's a lot more you could be jumping into, literally. But there's this point of kind of reevaluating. How do I do that? How do I get down there safely? Is it just a blind leap, or are there things that I need to notice about where I am to safely get down there, to be able to run free and expand on my new perspective of the greater experience out there? So we'll see what comes in. We'll see if that's supported by the cards. But I do feel like you're stepping into your kind of free, wild, shake that mane, get your front hooves up in the air and get ready to go. But there is a little bit of a moment this week of kind of a pause, of maybe a chance to look back at where you've come from, and then that fresh chance as you move out of this week into moving into the larger, maybe unknown for a lot of you. So we have Sandpiper Spirit. It says, be playful. Number 51 breaks down to the number 6. I'm seeing a lot of the number 6 come up this week in the readings. The number 6 really speaks to working with the energy of love. It also, for me personally, in my experience of working with the number 6, is the power of what we can manifest in the physical when we actually act from the energy of love, or we bring that into what we are choosing to manifest. So I like that it's be playful. This really embodies your energy, Sagittarius. This is the playful spiritual adventurer who's ready to go out there and just see what life has to experience. And that is kind of what I'm feeling again with that kind of horse sitting there on the edge of that cliff, seeing that there is just so much more out there. There's fun. There's going to be new adventures. There's going to be new people you get to meet. So I'm going to read the little excerpt that comes in the book with this oracle deck. So we'll get a little bit more of a deeper message here. And then I'll move into pulling your additional cards. Okay, so be playful. It says, sandpipers are like cute little clowns poking their beaks into the sand before darting off to chase the waves. The appearance of Sandpiper Spirit is a sign that now is a time to engage your playfulness. Whatever tasks you have before you, perform them with the lightness of being. Explore the familiar, discovering the new in the old. Who knows what treasures await you when you let yourself laugh and have fun? Sandpiper Spirit's happy and curious nature can help you to feel rejuvenated as you remember your ability to run and fly and dance playfully. Yeah, there's something about that here, that there's possibly this is the doorway to opening up a new chapter that will be filled with play and adventure. I feel like we've all kind of been put to task over the past few years as far as, having to kind of put our heads down and just get through it. And this might be that time to finally kind of pick your head up, get back into your playful Sagittarian energy, and just start to really enjoy how far you've come and enjoy how much more now is opening up for you. Okay, so now we're going to pull a card here to take a look at the doorway that's opening up for you that Spirit would like you to really walk through. Ooh, interesting. So 3 of Wands to the 4 of Wands. There is a progression here with this energy. 3 of Wands is waiting for our ships to come in. The 4 of Wands states that something has come in and it's creating a foundation to be celebrated with others. So for many of you who have maybe been waiting for a while, or you were taking action towards something, whatever has come into this point is something that is going to really be a foundation that you can continue to build on. Be this in the work environment, be this in your home environment. This could even be where you're getting into kind of a community-minded experience. But there's something here around with the 4 of Wands being able to stop and to celebrate how far you've come. That's what the 4 of Wands speaks to. It can speak sometimes to marriage. It can speak to, creating that union between 2 people that is celebrated by others, the foundation that will end up becoming the home and the family down the line. But it's also just that moment to remember that when we've finally gotten to that place of stability where we have taken action, and now there is this kind of reaping of the initial rewards of that effort, that we must stop and look at how far we've come, kind of like that horse getting to the edge of that cliff, to look back and say, wow, I have run this long distance to get to this point, to have this much larger perspective. And now there is so much more opening up for me. And it's time to stop and really give yourself that kudos, that pat on the back of, look at what I've built, look at who maybe who you've built it with, and to be really proud of. With the 3 of Wands, there's always this understanding that you've taken action towards something. The individual isn't waiting for their ships to come in just because they're hoping for a change. It's that they've actually gone out there and done something. Maybe they wrote a letter to a company, or they, this would be like somebody who's waiting for, where they put out a bunch of, I don't know why I can't think. A bunch of, when you apply for a job, resumes. Maybe this is an individual who sent out a bunch of resumes, really has been taking action towards finding a new job, and then suddenly one comes in. Or suddenly there's a return on an investment. This could be even where you're getting into college, or you are getting married, or you have started that foundation for a business. But there's something here where it says it's time to celebrate that, honor that foundation, and now enjoy it a little bit. This is a time of celebration. So this is a week of celebrating and of realizing that something did come in, and now you have this stability that can maybe just ease up you and your experience. Maybe you've been working really diligently to get to something, and now it's like, okay, now enjoy how far you've come. This is not really maybe a week, and we'll see what comes in here. This isn't a week to really dive into the details and strategize and all of that. This is just a week to say, there's a big, great, expansive world out there, and there's no way I can really strategize about what's to come, but I can understand what I've built to this point, and I can enjoy it, and I can bring this with me as I move into this unknown, and again, just adopt this playful, adventurous, playful, adventurous spirit. Okay, so here we have where Spirit's asking you to have courage, to really enact in this moment of surrendering to something so that you can really move through this doorway of honoring this foundation here. So it says surrender to divine timing. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. Now, this could be that for some of you, you're waiting for this to come in. This could be where you are waiting to get married. You're like, when will this happen? Or you're waiting for that business foundation to finally be set, or to finally maybe, get that notification from that company that, yes, you've been hired. This is that week to kind of realize how much action you've put towards something, but understand that there will always be something that a ship will come in. When we've taken action towards bringing something into us, it will come in. But it may not always come in the way that we're expecting, and it may not always come in the exact timing we're expecting. So this is a week to really kind of, I think, almost like when you think of a horse, put the blinders on so that you're not maybe overthinking or waiting or looking for the signs or wondering where something might be coming in, and really just look instead at the expanse of adventure in front of you, and almost like get ready to go out and just, if it feels like fun this week, do it. If a friend calls you up and says, I want to, go out to dinner, do it. If you want to go out and dye your hair pink, go out and do it. And understand that this foundation is already in its way coming towards you, or you've already created it. And this week will be that chance for you to see it manifest as you move further into the entrance into the new year for the Zodiac, which we are moving into Aries. And Aries is the first sign of the Zodiac. So for many of us, we are feeling that kind of positive, fresh start energy coming through because of that. Okay, so now let's go ahead and we're pulling a final card here for the concept of contemplation. So this is, Spirit would like you to bring the message on this card into your weekly meditative practice, or just to slip it in as a point of reflection in those quiet moments from day to day, so that it allows you to ground this message into your week so that you are present in the moment, and that you are looking for this doorway, that you are looking at the foundation that's coming in for you, that ship that has or is about to really dock. And understanding that because of that, you can enjoy yourself a little bit. You can go out there, do what seems fun. It says Council of Light, Divine Orchestrate. Sometimes I hear things, I am clairaudient, and I heard very clearly just right now that you've done the work. So whatever that means to you, you've set something in motion, Sagittarius, and it is coming towards you. So this might be a week where maybe you've been working so hard, and you're like, is it going to happen? Is it going to manifest? And this is saying yes. So it could be for all of you who are watching this, take what resonates, obviously, but I did hear that message very clearly coming through. You've already done the work. Okay, so Council of Light, Divine Orchestration, Helpers in the Subtle Realms. I love when this card comes out because there's this feeling of really tapping into the divinity of the design of our experience, that there is a divine design to a certain level. That's why there's always this kind of call towards balance in our experience. So when one thing gets way out of balance, another thing comes in to balance it. Or, when the whole world is kind of constantly going into this state of entropy, there is the opposite that pulls it back. Extropy and entropy, that we're always kind of expanding, but then there are points that also bring us back and pull us down. So that's kind of like the expanse of the universe, but with black holes that suck things back in. So there is that feeling here of getting to this point of understanding that with the helpers in the subtle realms, there is a divinity to what's happening. There's always a divinity in timing, and that you've already done the work, Sagittarius. There are things unfolding in the background, but you can kind of rest assured and get into this playful experience, and maybe not work quite so hard, because there is going to be something to be celebrated coming in very soon. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead. This turned out to be a very positive message. I hope you've enjoyed it. Next week, I will be releasing the illumination readings for the month of April for each sign. Those are more expanded readings. They're about 30 to 40 minutes in length. I pull out a bunch of clarifiers and we get a little deeper into the full month ahead. So if you're interested, you can subscribe and see when I post those immediately. Otherwise, I hope you check back in and look forward to reading for you next month. Bye, Sagittarius.